Hello, my posse. Hello, all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for coming to spend some time with me today. I didn't make it early like I wanted to. I don't know what happens to my days. Well, I know what's happening. I'm trying to figure out something on YouTube and what happened to my affiliate link program. So I've been like, once you get started on a project on your computer, you know it's an all-day affair. And so here I am, a little late, but better late than never. The sun's gone down. It's out in the front, so you get to see my spirit door with the sun shining through. So yeah, how'd you like the thumbnail, girls? The thumbnail, yeah. That was like, I don't know, I probably shouldn't say it. I had a hard time making myself have lines in it because of my face, but I was trying to get a point across about how you're aging and how you can choose to look one way and then end up looking another way with a little bit of work. And I think today I had no idea how I was going to start this or what I was going to do. And it came only by like 3, 4 maybe emails that I received. And I get so many, like, I'm not like an expert of any kind, believe me, on anything like, you know, a degree in makeup or anything, but so many people ask me, and so many people are bothered by aging, and they're just having a really difficult time looking in the mirror and focusing on themselves growing older. And I thought, you know, I did a video before about growing older gracefully, and I thought, you know, I've got so many new subscribers since I did that video, and so many things have changed, and changed maybe with me and well, how I think, I don't know. I've always thought of trying to look good. But one girl on here, Pam, and I gave her a shout out before. I loved the fact that she said she is an emerging, mature woman. And she's trying to do the best that she can. And I thought, you know, we're all emerging into women who were once girls, who were once, you know, first married, who fit into our wedding dresses, who were totally probably different face features, skin features, certainly body features. And I've said every 7 years your body structure changes of some sort. But I thought to myself, you know, we all are trying to fit into our skin and our bodies that, you know, that we have to deal with today. And yeah, it's, you know, beauty's inside and you need to carry that, and it does radiate outside. That's fact. You know, it's total fact. All my life, since I've been a little kid, I was, you know, bullied because I was chubby. I was a little chubby, but when I got home, I felt really safe in my surroundings, and my dad would say, "Come on, Mungie, eat all your food. It's good for you," and I'd eat it all. And, you know, then I'd get back to school and, you know, like fatty, you know, and so I carried that through. But I didn't let it really, well, I guess it affected me to the point where it triggered something in my head that I thought, I'm not going to be that way. I'm just not going to grow up to be obese. I'm not going to grow up that way. And I started to watch myself, I think, from a very young age, because I was kind of determined. And I got a message on here from Betty Knuckles, and she said to me one line, "How do you stay so young?" And I thought to myself, yeah, how do I stay so young? I know how I stayed so young. Determination. I was determined that I was going to grow older, but I was not going to go down without a fight. I was not going to go down frumpy, and we talked about frump. I was not going to go down without enhancing myself. I was going to look the best I could. And I think I told you about that time that I went to Macy's with my daughter, and we were at the Clinique counter, and that lady said, I was buying moisturizer. I was in my 40s. And she said to me, "What nationality are you?" And I said, "Oh, I'm Italian." She goes, "Oh, well, you've got some genes, but you're going to sag." And I looked at my daughter and I went, you know, I laughed. And I mentioned this before. I mean, today I probably would have went over the counter and said, "I'll show you sag." But, you know, I thought to myself, oh no, you know, that's not going to get me. It's not going to get me. And I think I just started to carry myself different, carry myself more positive, and just determined that I was not going to let age defy how I looked or who I was. And the choice is yours. You can either choose to look like that I was in my first picture. You can choose not to wear makeup. You can choose to let your hair go gray if you want to. It's your choice. And if you're happy when you look in the mirror and you pass yourself up and you go, nice job, you're looking hot, mama, then, go for it. Go for it. Don't let somebody else preach to you about how you should look if you don't want to look that way. I guess that's my point. And I remember one time I was just starting to watch Cindy Joseph, she passed away. I remember watching her, and I followed her story, Cindy Joseph, with the Boom Cosmetics, and how she was this beautiful model, and she had, she decided that, she was a makeup artist for years, and she had decided that she was gonna just tired of dyeing her hair, and she was gonna let herself go gray. And so she was walking down the street and picked up by Gucci or Givenchy, I don't know. She was picked up by somebody who wanted her to model, and that's how her modeling started when she had been matured. And I listened to her story and I thought, God, I said to my husband, I think I should go gray. I mean, all these people are on there going, I just let myself go natural. I've never felt better about myself. I need to be more natural. I need to not dye my hair. I need, and I said to my husband, I think it's time that I go gray. And he goes, why? I go, well, because, there's people on here that, go gray and they love themselves. And he goes, so you don't love yourself if you dye your hair or you wear wigs? Is that, what am I missing here? And I was like, yeah, what am I missing here? So I guess the story is that when you hear somebody else doing it and you see these women and they pick the best of the best. And I mean, Cindy Joseph was a beautiful, tall, skinny, ex-makeup artist who learned how to look somewhat naturally by her products that she had, which were, all natural. But she still had some color and she still fixed herself up some. She still moisturized. So, but she was a beautiful, skinny, held herself well. I'm sure classes in modeling, classes in hot, so you look at that and you compare yourself, like, I could look like that. You can't look like that. You can't. I told you the time that I had that lady come into my salon with a picture of Farrah Fawcett with her husband, and she wanted her hair and she wanted to look like Farrah Fawcett. And she said, can you do this? And I was like, oh yeah, I can do that. And her husband was like, waiting for Farrah Fawcett. And so I did her hair, and it was exactly like the picture of Farrah Fawcett. Unfortunately, she was probably 200 pounds more than Farrah Fawcett. And so when she got done, she goes, I don't look like Farrah Fawcett. And her husband was like, oh, honey. I think he thought he was leaving with Farrah Fawcett. That's what I thought. And I said, well, your hair, I don't look anything like Farrah Fawcett. And she laughed without tipping me or anything. And I thought, well, okay. And we laughed about it. So I guess the point is, like, sometimes when you hear other people, you see other people, and you think you're going to look like that, you're not going to look like that. You hear other people preaching to you about things that you should do or things that you should try. It's not always going to work for you. You have to be who you are. And if you're happy, listen, if you're happy with no makeup on and you're happy with gray hair, hats off to you. Go for it. But if you're 60, 70, 80 years old and there's some beautiful women on here even that are older that have gray hair that are stunning, absolutely stunning. And if you're happy with that, then by all means do it. But don't let somebody preach to you about you're doing the wrong thing for yourself, or you need to not do this, or you need to not do that. I have worn makeup. I'll be 78 next week, girls. And I have worn makeup probably for 60 years, probably since I've been 12. And I've never really had an issue with my skin by putting makeup on. I guess I look at it like and I'll probably get some flack, but I look at it like makeup is kind of a protection to my skin. It keeps the elements out of my skin. They don't penetrate in my skin because I have so much moisturizer and things on my skin. I don't think that makeup is poisonous or penetrates. The same way, I don't believe that if you want to get fillers, you should be convinced that fillers are poisonous to your system. I mean, the air is poisonous to your system. The food that we eat, we don't know where it's coming from or what fillers are in it. I mean, everything we do is a risk. And if fillers make you happy and that's what you want to do, I don't look at them like poisonous to your system. I mean, if it's a choice. It's a choice if you want to do it. And you should do it because you've researched it. Maybe you've tried a little bit, it didn't hurt you. You want to continue it. It's a total choice that's up to you. I mean, I've seen some beautiful fillers done. For one, the Botox, I know it's like people are going, it's Botox, it's poisonous, it's terrible, and it probably is, but I don't think it penetrates deep enough into your system to actually poison you, or there'd be a lot of deaths that you hear. I don't really hear too many botulism poisoning deaths because they had Botox, but it's a choice. If you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't want to do it and you want to work on your skin and you want to moisturize your skin, you want to massage your skin, then do it that way. I have told you that I love Botox. I would love to get it again. I did have a reaction when I had it before. I think the doctor went too deep and my eyes closed, and so I'm a little hesitant, but I'm not saying that I won't, because you know how I hate my number 11s. And it's my choice if I want to do it. I mean, it in the same way it is your choice. But I think the thing that I was determined that I was not going to fall into the I'm too old category to fix myself up. And that's the thing that I think you need to just know, that you're not too old because you hit a certain age. You're not too old to fix up because maybe you live alone. You're not too old because what's the point? My husband doesn't care. He doesn't care how I look. You do it for yourself. I mean, my mother, and I've talked about my mom, she fixed herself up, bless her heart, till she was 90. And she did it for my dad, and mostly she did it for herself. I mean, she would sit in the house all day, but she'd get up in the morning, fix herself up. She'd look in the mirror. She would like herself. She did it for herself. And then when she got into her senior complex, the other women, they would have functions and mom would go with her, go-go boots and hot pants. And the neighbors would go like, and would say, Mom, you need to dress down. And she'd go, I'm not dressing down, I'm dressing for myself. But anyway, it was her thing, and that's what she liked. And I think that's what you got to do. You got to do for yourself and what you think is best. Not because of your age, not because of, same way with, Labor Day, don't wear white shoes. Is it Labor Day? It's a bunch of BS today. You can do anything that you want to do. You can dress any way that you want to dress. I love being 77. I love emerging every day as a mature woman, full of makeup, new wigs on every day. I mean, at 77, would you buy yourself a shag wig? This cookie did. And this is an Amazon wig that I reviewed before. But you know what? I do it because I enjoy it. And my husband enjoys it. And when I go out, I mean, people still, look at me. And, it just makes me feel good. And I think I had one subscriber email me and said, which this is fact, you may think this is shallow, but she said to me, I was a beautiful, stunning woman when I was young. I was Actually, she said she was breathtakingly beautiful. She turned heads. She had many guys. She was married a couple of times. She was gorgeous. And now that she's, I think she's 68 or 9, she said, I look in the mirror and I don't even know who I am, and I have no desire to fix up. I'm so old and I'm so ugly and I'm nothing like I was. And I think to myself, I think when you're younger and you're beautiful and you have that beauty about you, it's more difficult when you're older and you see yourself aging than it is from a person who maybe wasn't so glamorous growing up, I mean, can you imagine those movie stars? I mean, that's why they look like, I mean, they're embalmed, for crying out loud, some of them, you can't even recognize them because they're trying to hold on to those looks that made them movie star famous. You just can't do it. I mean, you can't do it. So what you need to do, and I mean, I can relate to that, and I'm not saying like, hey, I was a stunner when I was young, girls. I mean, I was better than average, but I took care of myself from a very young age. I fixed myself up. I dressed pretty decent for my day. And at some point in my life, I became determined that I was not going to grow old into my age. And I still won't. And I think it's a choice. And I think it is hard when you're older, but you got to look at yourself in an entirely different light. I mean, if you go look in the mirror now, you may not see the person that you saw when you were young or when you were a teenager. You're going to see somebody else that's even more beautiful, that you could still fix yourself up and you can still look good. And the first place that you have to start is the canvas of your skin. And I've preached this through all my videos on here, that I've tried to teach you that it's all in the canvas of your skin. You can go now and say, oh, I'm just going to go put on all this makeup and I'm going to make myself look good. And she's right, I'm going to fix myself up. If you don't take care of the canvas and you don't work on this a little bit first, you can put all the stuff you want on top. It's not going to do much good. I am a big proponent of massaging. I think the circulation and the massaging of my skin has kept my wrinkles at bay at best, and always using product on my face, always cleaning my face, and always I have exfoliated my skin with that St. Ives exfoliator since it came out. I think I bought it for my feet, and my feet look amazing too because I take care of my feet. I mean, if you're looking at your feet and they're crusty, yeah, you better get some of that St. Ives because you don't want them crusts coming out when the spring's coming, but I've always done this. I just have. And it's not too late. I mean, don't sit there and say, I've had somebody email me and say, well, you started when you were young, but I'm 62 or whatever, and it's too late for me. And I'm like, 62, you're a kid, for crying out loud, 62. But it's never too late to fix up. And my canvas to me has been so important. I can't even tell you. In years back when I sold Mary Kay, I remember, and my friend Elaine, she's a Mary Kay rep, she'll know. But I don't even know if they have the same story at Mary Kay, but they used to talk about having two paintings on the wall, like over a fireplace where the sun comes in. And one painting didn't have glass on it, and the other painting did. Well, after a year, you look at those paintings, and which one held up? The one with the glass over it, the one with the protection. The one without the glass over it, no protection, was dried up, lost its color, lost its oomph. It was just a mess. And the one with glass, when they took the glass off, it was like a brand new painting. And that's the way Mary Kay felt about skin products on your skin. You need to put something on to prevent the elements from getting into your skin. And to me, makeup was something that stopped the elements from coming into my skin. And that's probably why I only really wash my face and cleanse it good once a day. And I joke about it now to you because I do it more often now than I ever did. But I'm very happy with only doing my skin once a day because I still have all those products on my skin, and I don't think they've ever gone into my skin and destroyed my skin. That's me. Makeup to me is like a barrier to stop the elements from coming into your skin. If you go out every day without makeup on and you're out in the elements, you're going to need to scrub your face a couple of times a day because all that stuff and the dirt and the gunk gets in your skin. But if it's protected, it's not going to penetrate your skin. That's my philosophy. And my skin products, and I've told you over a year now, and I have reviewed some really good products on here. I never ever review anything to you that I don't try for myself, that I don't think look or feel great or are great. I mean, I've done the Lancome Renage, I forget what it's called, but the purple one. I did that one. That's a beautiful, beautiful face cream. I did the Ageless. The Ageless was a really, really nice face product. I did the L'Oreal hyaluronic acid drops. Really, really nice product. I've done a lot of them through my 2.5 years on YouTube that have been good. They have been good. As far as greatness goes for my skin, I have loved Elfrida products, and they sent them to me. I reviewed them over a year ago, and I've never ever looked back. It's a product for me and my skin. Each individual product works together. It has been game changing for my skin. I'm not kidding you. And I do have an affiliate link in my description box. If you order, I do make a couple of pennies, but really it's not important. As important it is to me is for you to try it. And some of you, excuse me, I got an itchy nose. Some of you have tried it and you have found true love in it too. I just find it a great balance for my skin. I mean, everybody's skin is different. All of our skins are not the same. Regardless of what anybody says, our skins are totally different. And the reason that they're different is because we live differently. We live in different states. We live in different climates. We've had different lives. I mean, some of us have been in Arizona or California, and you've been out in the elements, and you've laid in the sun, and you've got sun damage. Some have consumed too much alcohol, and your skin is wrinkled. There's smokers out there who smoke that dry their skin out, who wrinkle in here if you've smoked cigarettes. There's so many different reasons why your skin is the way it is today. It's like maybe we were all born with the same type of skin. I don't know. I didn't go around to all the cribs when I was little to, hey, little Pookie Tookie, what this skin? I don't know how everybody's skin was when they were born. Maybe we were all born equal. But skin types, I don't know. But I know through the years, there's just many things that can damage and change your skin. Sunspots, age spots. Which I have none because I've never been a sun worshiper. But there's lots of different things, and you have to treat that skin for the damage that it has. What people do for one type of skin problem isn't necessarily what another person will do for their type of skin problem. Everybody has a different problem to their skin. One thing I can tell you, factual fact, is if you're looking in the mirror and you look kind of gray and there's just no life to yourself, you need to exfoliate that skin. Exfoliating and getting rid of those dead skin. Your skin builds up inside like calluses, like your feet. Your feet have calluses. Your face and your body has the same kind of calluses. You've got to remove those calluses from your face and that dirt and that dead skin that lays on there. I mean, even if you put a moisture on and you go like this and you're rubbing it in and you feel little particles on your face, that's dead skin that needs to come off. And exfoliating is key. And I have been doing it for years, but it's not too late to start. I don't believe in exfoliating your skin every day. I do it probably 3 or 4 times a day. I have reviewed Peach's skincare. I do love her exfoliating, and I think her cleansing is really a great product for your skin. I wouldn't get it too close to your eyes, but I think for the rest of your skin, to me, it's a nice exfoliating product. Elfrida makes a great exfoliator. Also, it's in a little jar. It's very fine particles. You can probably use that maybe more in between the heavy exfoliating, which I do with my little Liberex brush, which I've reviewed before. That I love that Liberex little vibrating massaging tool. Love it in the shower. I mean, my skin is just clean. But my skin started out clean, and then the Elfrida, the retinol, the night cream. I mean, the vitamin C is like, I love. So, I mean, those products work for me and my skin type. That's all I can tell you. When we review stuff on here for you, you probably are looking at it because you look at yourself and you think, God, I need a change. Maybe this is it. Maybe it is it. Maybe you buy it and you go, like I had somebody email me about, oh, you know, you swear by that Revlon cell renewal and I tried it and it stinks. Well, you know, maybe one, you weren't, her skin, and I told her, wasn't exfoliated and wasn't cleansed properly. Maybe she didn't massage. You know, massaging your skin, you can see when you massage your skin how red and bright your skin gets. And I think massaging is the key. And I showed you that little gadget. Am I itchy today? I feel like I'm itchy. My cardinals are out there today. Every time I sit down, they come and say hello. I love them. But massaging that little dollar vibrator thing that I got from Dollar Tree, I'm telling you, that is I use that little thing daily. And I think it just helps tighten your skin. And the Elfrida neck and firming lotion, a couple of my subscribers can tell you down in the comments, they would not be without it. You can feel the tightening in your skin from using it. It's just a product that I personally love. And if you want an exfoliator and you want a cleanser, you want to try the Peaches exfoliator and the cleanser, I think Lisa does a good job with her some of the products and the ingredients that she uses. And not all natural products are necessarily going to agree with you. I have to tell you that. Boy, I'm really jabbering here and going over. But I have bought a lot of products because of some creators who have talked about these products, and they're all 100% natural. And there's some natural ingredients that I cannot use. But some natural ingredients, whatever's in them, whatever the oils are, whatever the extracts are, whatever, you know, the colors are, not necessarily artificial coloring, but there's stuff that I can't use. So I think you've got to just try products. And if you, and I think you'll know by a day or two whether or not that they work. So there's a lot of products that are really, really good for your skin, but you got to use them. And the choice is up to you if you want to look good for your age or you want to give up on yourself for your age. It's your choice. I mean, I'm going to go down fighting. I'm determined, like I told Betty. Determination. I'm determined that I'm going to keep myself looking as best I can, as pretty as I can for my age. And it's just the kind of person I am. And that doesn't mean that I don't think I'm beautiful on the inside and it's superficial that, oh, you just want to put all that makeup on and you want to, you know, it has nothing to do with that. It's just everybody looks better with some color. I'm a very colorful person. So to not wear blush would be like devastating to me because it's like the more blush, the better off I am. So, you know, I want to I feel colorful. I want to look colorful, and that's me. And my skin is always protected with something on it. So when I go outside, I'm protected. I remember, well, sunscreen still is a big deal. And honest to goodness, I've never worn sunscreen. Well, there's a lot to what's fact and what works and what's in the books that's supposed to work versus how you feel versus Mother Nature. So sometimes you got to go by what necessarily isn't what the industry says, but what you know is right for you and how it affects you and your skin. Does that make sense? So I think, you know, ladies, like I say, the choice is yours. Be who you want to be. Look as best as you can. I was showing kind of in the beginning of the thumbnail about, you know, I was doing one of these numbers, and I wasn't mocking anybody that was heavy or anything, but what I'm trying to say is it's the whole picture of yourself. I mean, you've got to watch your diet. We all expand. We've talked about that when we're older in different places, but you got to just you are what you eat. And if you eat a lot of sweets and you eat junk, you're going to feel that way. You're going to look that way. I am a big proponent of eating everything that you absolutely love, but eating in portion control sizes. And when I wrote my book about finding the right diet for you, it was primarily about all the diets that I've been on. And I think the bottom line to dieting is it's all in your portion control. It's all in your calorie count. I don't think it matters. Yeah, carbs put weight on you, yeah. But, if you eat a loaf of bread versus a piece of bread, there's a big difference there, a big difference. And I think if you go, and I bought some smaller plates and I do my portion sizes, I know if I stick to portion control, I can eat anything I want. I'm at the age now where I am not going to deny myself what I love and what I was raised on because somebody said I shouldn't for a particular diet. I'm not going to do that. I do portion controls. I cook great. I eat what I want. And I think I live a pretty good life. And I take care of myself. And I think that no matter your age, maybe you're 20, 30 pounds overweight through the years, you can do something about it. You can start a new day. You can look at your skin. I've had some subscribers that have emailed me that said, I cannot believe how well my skin is reacting to massaging. Something as simple as massaging and circulating my skin has made such a difference. And finding a moisturizer. Some have found moisturizers that they love at the drugstore. All kinds of products out there. You got to find what works for you. To me, I love my Elafrida products. I tell them all the time, I hope they never go out of business because I just find them to work well together. And the balance, whether it's pH balance, whatever it is for my skin, I think just works phenomenal. And I think this video is just to tell you not to be afraid to grow old, embrace growing old, be the best that you can be growing old, look the best that you can be for yourself or your people that are surrounding you. I mean, even my grandkids enjoy the fact that I don't look like a grandma, so to speak. I don't know how a grandma's supposed to look, but that they take care of them. I take care of myself, and I think they appreciate it. And I try to pass that on to my granddaughter, to look feminine, to look as best you can, eat healthy, eat right, and just have kindness in your heart and love in your heart and be beautiful on the inside, and that helps project who you are on the outside with a little help from makeup and stuff, and that's the way it goes. So I hope this helps some of you, and I did it. I know it's too long. I'm going to have to cut it, and I don't know how, but I think you just have to be you and enjoy who you see in the mirror and love who you see in the mirror. But you can love yourself with makeup or without makeup. It's like I say, it's the choice is you. You can love yourself with gray hair or with a wig on. The choice is yours. Just embrace who you want to be. Don't be influenced by other people that say you should do this or you shouldn't do that. If you want to do it, embrace it and love it. But grow old gracefully and be determined that you're not going to go down without a fight. That's for sure. So I hope this helped. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming into my living room today. You know how much I appreciate you. And I want to do a couple of shout outs today, as I promised. I love my shout outs. I love my subscribers who leave me comments. So today we're shouting out Lily Gill. I love that name, Lily Gill. It's such a kind of like starring Lily Gill. It's just kind of a cool name. Lily and Lori J. Hi, Lori. Joyce Bachman. Hi, Joyce. Kathy Restino. She's got a last name almost like my maiden name. I always tell her maybe we're related, but anyway. Sherry Flowers. Hi, Sherry. Linda Casey. She's from the Netherlands. She's been following me for a long time. You know I love you. you and your mashed potatoes, Linda. Seal Erin, she's my friend on here and Facebook friend now. Grandma USA, I don't know her first name, but I think she's relatively new. So hi, Grandma USA. And I think that's everybody that I wanted to hit today. I've got more coming up, and we're going to do our wig review pretty soon. If you're interested in coming to my wig party, go to my community tab, put in what you're bringing to the party so I can give you a shout out on what food you're bringing. I already have a menu list going, so we're going to have a big party. So anyway, I'll see you soon. Take care of yourself, be kind, be safe, wear your mask, keep your social distancing, and I think we're going to get this virus nipped in the bud pretty soon. It's starting to decline a little bit, so I'm really happy about that. So I'm real happy we're getting our vaccines and hope by the time we get there, they're not out, because some of the hospitals here, I heard today, ran out of the vaccines. Stinks. So I love you. I'll talk to you soon. I got so many things to review, but I wanted to get this out because I have gotten some emails on it, and I hope it helped. I love you guys. Bye. See you soon. Mwah.